Now that you've made it out of Moncton Inlet, what's next? And where are you now?
Well, right now we are in Principie channel, going south, and we weren't sure if we were going to actually be doing this because our neighbors that were anchored in Moncton Inlet with us, they came out in the morning and it was dense fog and big swell. So they turned back, and we were shocked because it was like paradise just around the corner where we were anchored, without a breath of wind and calm, hot already. But we thought we committed to leaving today. We thought, well, let's just take a peek out ourselves and see. And the conditions had calmed down a little, and the fog was already burning off, so we decided to keep going. And there's a nice, well, not much wind, but we're doing 4.5 knots over ground, about just over 4 knots through the water. So we're getting a little bit of current. We have just the head sail out, and we only have 17 more miles to go. We're going to a place, an island called Campania. And we're going to anchor on the west side of it. McMicken, I think it's called. And it looks like there's some white beaches, white sandy beaches. Yeah, so we're going to see if we can get there. We should be able to. It's not far. And we'll see how long we can sail for. The wind seems to be dying off a bit, but there's a lot of this rolly swell. I think it's residual from a blow yesterday, probably. We put the enclosure on because that wind is really cold, even at the end of July and on BC's north coast. That wind can really bite into you. Yeah, so that's, I think I answered your question.
You know where you're going, how long it'll take to get there, and if you haven't seen any other boats or wildlife out today.
No. Interesting thing though, the water temperature has dropped a lot. Devlin's been monitoring that closer than me. She likes that feature this year. So I was thinking, well, maybe that's why the fog is out here, because the water is so cold compared to where we were sitting. It was almost like a 10-degree difference, or close to. And because we were wondering, well, why isn't there fog where we are? But anyways, it's all burnt off now, and if we're lucky, we'll get to keep sailing for a bit.
Hey, you've stopped and it looks pretty calm and peaceful where you are right now.
We are in McMicken Inlet, and it's on the west side of Campania Island. And this is pretty nice here. There's these huge mountains right behind us. We've been scheming how to get to the top of them already, but it looks pretty steep. There's a couple bays. We could have went in further, but this is sort of the first large bay, and we thought, well, let's stop here, and then we can explore that way and this way with the dinghy. If we go all the way to the end, then it's a little further out each time. But super common here. Just on the other side behind the camera is a peninsula, and that's Principie Channel out there, and it's considerably cooler, the wind. And then you come on this side of the little peninsula and the wind is warmer, so it must be coming off the land. And there's a lot of white sand beaches here, it looks like. Behind us should dry out later for a big beach, but just as we entered there was some sandy beaches. We're at high tide, but you could still see beach. So we're going to have some lunch and then go explore. Right now we're in 64 feet. If we went further to the end of this inlet, then we would be in shallower water. But like I say, we wanted to sort of split the difference and be in the middle. And if we don't like it here, we can always move tomorrow. We'll be here for a few days, I think.
We got time on our side. We're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. We got everything here, at least to stay alive. And the time that we share makes it all worthwhile. Got this place on our own. Do you feel that we got something strong? And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that we I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. We got time on our side. We're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. When it all breaks down, I'll wait for you right here. And I swear that we got nothing to fear. It's a miracle that you and I are finally here. I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You'll be the
place so far?
Oh, this is incredible. It's beautiful. So much life in the water.
How many?
It was 37 degrees in the cockpit.
Yes, so hot.
So hot. So it's a bit cooler out here with the breeze. Beautiful.
It's probably close to 30 degrees out right now.
And we've seen probably hundreds of horseflies and millions of millions of fish.
Oh, here's the first beach that we're going to look at. There's some more beaches around the corner that look bigger.
That's spectacular. And it's high tide, so we're only going to get to see more stuff.
Yeah, so we're going to check all this out later at low tide. Or in the morning. Depends when low tide is tonight.
Yeah.
It might be after dark, but so we may be out first thing in the morning, which will be good for light and good for exploring.
But it's spectacular out here. So glad. Campania. Beautiful. I didn't know that anything was going to beat Moncton Harbor. Yeah. This is
Pretty nice.
Look at the trees growing out of some of these rocks.
Oh, wow. What do you think of this beach?
This is amazing and incredible and spectacular and gorgeous. Can't wait to explore it. See what's washed up.
Are we in the tropics?
It feels like we're in the tropics. We could be in the tropics. White sand. Although
Hot?
It's hot. There's no one around. It's usually in the tropics. You don't quite get these beaches all to yourself. I'm pretty happy to have them.
Northern BC tropics.
Northern BC tropics. I've always wanted to come to Campania, so this is pretty incredible.